World Radiography Education Trust Foundation Day, we are celebrating the first the we are celebrating the big event World Radiography Student Day in 25. So my name is Prakash. I'm today's host and I'm senior radiation therapist, also the senior ambassador of World Radiography Foundation Trust. So Student Day is a big flagship event of the World Radiography Education Foundation Trust. Is dedicated to advancing radiography and radiation therapy education worldwide. This trust is offering bursary, resources, and opportunity to students across the globally in the border way. World Radiography Education Trust Foundation is always commendable this discovery of, like we can say, the X-ray discovered by X-ray by William Röntgen in 1895 and celebrated the contribution of student and educator globally. Its main objective are inspired in student, highlighted advance in education in practice, and build global community committed to the patient-centered care. This year themes empowering future radiographers and the radiation therapists through AI-driven education. It is my privilege to introduce our World Radiography Education Trust Chairman, Peachy Luna, who delivered the keynote address for this event. So Peachy Luna, she is a face of our academic in globally. She is inspired of many students and our academic vision. So I request to Peachy kindly give your keynotes for the today's event. Thank you, Peachy.
Yes, thank you, Prakash. Good day, everyone. It is such an honor to welcome you all to the World Radiography Students Day 2025. On behalf of the WRETF, I extend my warmest greetings to our global community of students, educators, and professionals. Today, we celebrate not only our profession, but also the future we are building together. This year's theme, Empowering Future Radiographers and Radiation Therapists Through AI-Driven Education, reflects the exciting transformation happening in healthcare. Artificial intelligence is no longer just a concept. It is becoming a vital tool in how we learn, how we practice, and how we care for patients. AI-driven education opened doors that were once unimaginable. It allows students to learn at their own pace with personalized pathways that highlight strengths and address challenges. It also creates immersive simulation where radiography students can practice complex procedures safely, gaining confidence before stepping into clinical environments. And also it supports educators by giving new ways to reach and inspire their students. So for radiographers and radiation therapists, AI is a partner in precision. It helps us interpret images more accurately, detect subtle changes earlier, and plan treatments with greater confidence. But the true power lies in preparing the next generation to use these tools, responsibly combining technological expertise with compassion and patient-centered care. So at WRETF, we believe education should be accessible to all, regardless of geography or resources. AI-driven education has the potential to bridge gaps, bringing advanced learning opportunities to many students everywhere. And it democratizes knowledge, ensuring that excellence in radiography education is shared globally. not limited to a few. So as we look ahead, let us remember and embrace AI with curiosity and responsibility. Let us commit to using these tools to empower, not replace, the human touch that defines the healthcare. So together we can shape a generation of radiographers and radiation therapists who are not only skilled in technology, but also compassionate in care. On this World Radiography Students Day 2025, let us celebrate innovation, education, and above all, the students who will carry this profession forward. The future is bright, and with AI-driven education, it is within our reach. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your attention. Yeah.
Thank you, PG, for wonderful, inspiring keynote address for today's wonderful day. As a chair, your words remind us for our foundation and missions are important to preparing the student for the future, right? So you are highlighted how AI is reshaping education and the practice and how we hear about the expert who putting this idea into action. This next session is dedicated to the presentation and the discussion from the emerging speaker who will be share their expertise and the perspectives today's theme, how AI education is transforming radiography and radiation therapy. So now our first speaker will address very highlighted topic in our industry, safety and quality assurance with AI driven education in radiation therapy. Please welcome Professor Subramaniam sir. Subramaniam sir is a clinical coordinator and the professor in the radiation therapy program at the Health Science Education and Wellness Institute, Bellevue College, Washington, USA. Professor Batterjee, he holds the advanced credential in radiation therapy and the radiography, and his work focus on ensure the safety and quality assurance in education and the clinical practice. Professor Batterjee, the floor is yours. Welcome to you, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Prakash. I'm going to share my PowerPoint. Give me a second. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, wonderful. All right, welcome everyone to WRSD 2025. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on whichever the time zone you are in. Thank you for taking time on a Saturday to join us. Today, we explore how artificial intelligence can empower the next generation of radiographers and radiation therapists. Let us be real about AI replacing us. Of course, that is the apprehension we all have. It may reduce the number of people needed to do a single task. However, we need people in the other areas. That is exactly where patient safety and quality is concerned. Now, the focus of the topic today is on enhancing our capabilities and improving precision, safety, and efficiency. My goal today is to start that critical conversation about how we can prepare future clinicians to thrive in an artificial intelligence-driven healthcare ecosystem. Okay, To start that conversation, as of now, we are going to try to identify and interpret key AI concepts used in radiography and radiation therapy, including auto contouring, IGRT, which is IGRT stands for image guided radiation therapy. Those of you in radiation therapy, you know that, matching. And SGRT stands for surface guided radiation therapy, motion analysis. We will also try to demonstrate how artificial intelligence integrates into radiation therapy workflow by evaluating AI generated contours, IGRT fusion guidance, and SGRT tracking outputs within clinical decision making. Also, we will see how to apply ethical, legal, and safety principles to AI-assisted clinical tasks by assessing automation, bias, and verifying AI-generated recommendations through human-in-the-loop review. In order to check the safety and the correctness, all of that, we need to have human in that loop all the time because we are treating patients. So we are not just working with the computers and technology. So whether we like it or not, as we all know, AI is transforming imaging and radiation oncology. Our goal is to make sure we don't stay behind. We empower our students through AI literacy and safe workflow integration, making sure AI augments, not replaces clinical judgment. At this point in time, we all know that AI is not capable of clinical judgment. You need to have human in there in that loop. You probably heard a saying, technology will not replace you, but the person who uses the technology will replace you. What does that mean? If we as radiographers and radiation therapists did not learn how to use AI and how to check errors and problems with AI, somebody doing that will be hired to do all of that. So we need to be AI ready. So for radiation therapy professionals and radiography professionals, AI, making sure AI won't replace medical physicists, radiation therapists, dosimetrists, or any radiation therapy professionals. But it will reshape our workflows for sure. Teaching students about these shifts is important. For example, where AI automates segmentation in radiation therapy treatment plan, the professionals may shift to verifying and refining rather than starting from the scratch. For example, now they have AI, software, treatment planning softwares, which is AI integrated. They can give you an initial plan, but that's not the final plan. You need to remember, right? So we can look at that plan and see if it is as per doctor's contour, as per doctor's contouring of the critical structure and all of that. And you can fine tune that plan and make it, implementable treatment plan. So that is where AI helps. For example, if we did take 2 hours to do a plan, now with AI giving an initial plan, the tweaking might take probably an hour. So that reduces the time. We can make sure we can come up with quality and safe treatment plan for our patient. Now, I know AI is a buzzing word in recent days, but we have to remember In radiation therapy, AI was there even before AI became buzzing word. We had automation. We had, image registration, which is the automated and all of that. So it was in healthcare already, but nobody making noise about it. It was, safely tested and integrated into the healthcare system. But with the AI, I guess it is because of the generative AI and agentic AIs became popular due to ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini, and Perplexity, and all of that. It is kind of became buzzing word. That doesn't mean AI wasn't there before. It was there long before all these generative AI came into picture. Now, why AI matters in imaging and radiation therapy? AI is rapidly transforming both diagnostic and imaging and radiation oncology. In radiography, AI can flag abnormalities, reduce false negatives, and support workload. In radiation therapy, AI assists in contouring. Contouring is a process when you are treating patient, when you completed CT simulation and took all the CT scans, and you will send that CT scans to dosimetry to do the treatment plan. Doctor will have to give body contour and the treatment volume, and also identify and contour all the critical structures around the your target volume. That's what contouring is. It was done manually before. Now you have AI-assisted contouring tool. Then doctor, radiation oncologist can check all of that, making sure that everything is correct, and then give that contour to dosimetrist to complete the plan, right? So the implication in radiation therapy treatment planning and image-guided radiation therapy matching, and also surface-guided radiation therapy motion monitoring, improving precision and workflow and efficiency. Now, there are implications for everyone in the radiation oncology team. For radiation therapists, IGRT matching with AI, SGRT alerts driven by machine learning. Machine learning is a way in which AI collect the information, learns from it. I will talk about it in a minute. Daily adaptive radiation therapy workflows, increased need for quality assurance awareness, understanding when AI is safe. That's the important thing here, right? We cannot use AI without checking. For dosimetrists, auto plan prediction engines, AI-based plan quality scoring, rapid plan style machine learning models but we need to validate, edit, and override these AI outputs. For physicists, commissioning these AI, model drift detection, if the model is making mistakes and drifting from the protocol, they should be able to, pick up that, detect that. How algorithm QA standards work, quality assurance standards, device safety validation. For radiation oncologists, clinical decision support, and toxicity to critical structures prediction, contour review and override sometimes AI prediction, which is not safe, documentation and legal responsibility. Now, global evidence and the trend, there was a meta-analysis. The meta-analysis shows that for certain tasks, AI performs comparably to expert radiologists. In radiation therapy, AI reduces contouring time by up to 70%. That is very fast, and improves inter-observer consistency, as long as we do quality assurance checks. AI-supported image registration improves IGRT accuracy and reduces matching time. Those of you in radiation therapy, you know what is image registration is. In radiation therapy, doctors often need to compare images from different scans and different times, and they combine variety of scans like CT scan for bone density and MRI scan for soft tissue, and they combine variety of images for treatment planning. And then they come up with DRR, that's the planned image, and the radiation therapist superimpose, take today acquired image on DRR and match that image, making sure your setup variation within that millimeter tolerance. So that is what image registration is. So now we need to think about skill gaps for future radiation therapists and radiographers and all the imaging professionals. So having that AI literacy, meaning to fully harness artificial intelligence, future radiation therapists need three key competencies, which is AI literacy, and understanding how algorithms work, including their limitations, workflow integration, and how AI fits into image-guided radiation therapy and surface-guided radiation therapy and treatment planning. And importantly, ethical awareness, how bias, fairness, and accountability shape safe use of artificial intelligence. So we need to start integrating AI concepts into our radiation therapy, radiography curriculum in this course. For example, introducing machine learning, deep learning, data set bias, validation metrics. What does that mean? I'm throwing in a bunch of jargons here. In artificial intelligence, deep learning means the AI uses all the data we provided, for example, hundreds or thousands and thousands of images for diagnosis or treatment planning or other setup variation. It learns from that data. So deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. So, and also how to use micro-learning modules within the existing course. Now, here is, we don't have to invent the wheel. We already have curriculum. All we need to do is see where we can introduce these micro modules about artificial intelligence into our existing curriculum, right? And teach students to read AI validation report. We call something called DICE score. What is DICE score? DICE score is the AI compares one image to the other and looks for variation, right? So we have planned image. That is exactly we have to reproduce on the treatment table every day. Now we took the image of the setup today, we superimpose that. So the DICE validation score, what it does is your AI checks the difference between two images and tell us if there is any setup variation. That setup variation has to be within 1 to 2 millimeter tolerance. If it is within that tolerance, accepted tolerance, we treat the patient. If it is not within the accepted tolerance, it goes to show that there is a problem with the setup. We need to go back and check the setup. Maybe we have to reset the patient, or patient lost weight or gained weight, contour has changed. Then radiation oncologist has to assess that. Maybe we have to replan the patient. Here is a diagram which kind of shows you how we can integrate AI into our curriculum. We can introduce these micro modules into physics courses, anatomy and image-guided radiation therapy courses. So making sure that all future radiation therapists and radiographers and imaging professionals are AI literate. So we use something already in radiation therapy education called virtual environment radiation therapy, which is a software. I'm sure in the future updates, they will come up with AI as well. We use that as a simulation, like before students learn in the clinic, they can simulate that, then go to clinic and practice that. Also for image-guided radiation therapy and surface-guided radiation therapy. And AI contouring tools for anatomy and dosimetry training. AI planning systems for plan comparison and trade-off learning, right? So simulation is one of the most effective tools for AI education. Virtual environment radiation therapy systems allow students to practice image-guided radiation therapy verification with AI assistance. Surface-guided radiation therapy platforms help students understand motion management. AI auto-contouring tools let students compare AI-generated and human-generated structures. So critical evaluation of AI output is very essential. We have to teach our students verification of contours, registrations, and couch shifts. Use structured checklists to counter automation bias, and avoid overtrusting AI outputs, making sure always human review remains essential. This is the place we need to realize that AI won't replace a human, because we have to check everything before use that plan on any patient. Automation bias is a major risk. Students may overtrust AI suggestions. We need to teach them structured verification. Don't accept an auto contour without checking key landmarks. Always confirm couch shifts when you are setting up the patient before applying. The clinician must remain in command. Here is a little bit about automation bias. What happens is that, I will give you an example. So let us say you gave AI all the images taken for certain demography. For example, you gave AI images of all white patients. Then AI only learns to look at those images. If you give AI all Asian patient images, it only learns to pick from those data you provided. So we have to make sure we provide diverse data to AI to mitigate this automation bias. How we do that? We use AI only for suggestion. If AI suggests a shift, we need to make sure that shift is according to the plan before applying that shift, right? If AI suggests treatment plan, we need to make sure that is a suggestion, that's not the final plan. You need to verify the plan, tweak it how you need it, making sure it is in, it follows all the protocols, whether it is task group protocols or IEA protocols or ASTRO protocols or ASTRO protocols, whichever it is, right? We need to make sure it follows the protocol. Human verification is an important part here. That's what I'm trying to emphasize, right? We cannot take the AI at the face value without radiation therapists, dosimetrists, physicists, and radiation oncologists checking that. So AI for quality and safety, right? AI detects inconsistencies in image-guided radiation therapy, supports surface-guided radiation therapy motion monitoring, helpful in task group 275, task group 100, risk analysis. Now you have incident learning system from IAEA, that is safety in radiation oncology system, Saffron, and also there is radiation oncology safety information system in Europe. In the United States, Astro started Royal Radiation Oncology Incident Learning System. These are voluntary incident learning systems. You can give these systems all the near misses, errors you caught, and it will learn from that and give us better quality assurance tools. So AI plays a growing role in error detection, portal imaging checks, SGRT motion alarms, and plan consistency checks. TG275, TG302, and TG100 framework, quality assurance framework, increasingly recognize AI as a partner in quality assurance. Case reports from Saffron and Roses show errors that AI could have prevented. Now, what is important is the teamwork. In radiation therapy, it is always teamwork and interdisciplinary learning. AI thrives in team-based environment. Radiation therapists must collaborate with radiation oncologists, physicists, and dosimetrists and IT professionals, and also data scientists. Joint training on model validation, dataset check, and workflow integration build team readiness and reduce implementation resistance when we have to integrate AI. Whether we like it or not, all the latest technology and machines already AI integrated. Now we need to make sure we learn to implement that. Resistance won't help us. Research and innovation. Starting from the school, radiation therapy and radiography and imaging program, students are the perfect innovators. They can run small projects validating auto segmentation accuracy. We use something called segmentation in intensity modulated radiation therapy treatment planning, and also volumetric arc modulated radiation therapy treatment plan. Studying SGRT breathing cycle patterns for motion tracking or testing AI plan quality check. This cultivates critical thinking and professional leadership. I always tell my students, asking 3 basic questions when you are doing any task. Don't blindly do or mechanically do tasks. Ask these 3 basic questions: why, when, and how. Why I am doing this, when I supposed to do this, how I supposed to do this. You need to always think about the outcome, desired outcome for patients. So here are some real world examples. AI in practice, which I already mentioned, which reduces auto contouring, reduces clinical workload. AI planning offers rapid plan generation. SGRT plus AI improves motion management as well for motion tracking. Now, very important part before we go. Ethical and legal responsibility. Human accountability for all AI-assisted decisions is essential. Ethical AI use requires transparency, fairness, and accountability. Radiation therapists must understand dataset bias, algorithmic limitation, and documentation of AI involvement. And importantly, responsibility always remains in the human clinician. Here is an example. Okay, if human makes mistake, there is consequence to that human. What happens when AI makes mistake? Who takes that responsibility? Unfortunately, whoever using the AI, that is human is responsible for any errors or any consequences. So that is why we have to make sure we always check these AI generated tasks or AI assisted tools with human quality assurance with all the protocols and so on and so forth. Here is the take-home points for this talk today. AI supports, we are making sure, or it is essential to ensure that AI supports, not replaces radiation therapists and radiography professionals. Human verifications remains essential. AI improves consistency and efficiency, but automation bias must be recognized and managed. Simulation-based AI training, virtual environment reality tools, such as virtual environment radiation therapy tools, surface-guided radiation therapy, image-guided radiation therapy, builds clinical confidence and readiness. Safe AI use requires therapists who can interpret, question, and validate AI-generated outputs, whether it is shifts or treatment plan or image registration. AI literacy is now a core competency for future radiographers and radiation therapists, and we cannot stay behind. We are already catching up, but we have to make sure we think ahead and make sure introduce all these AI literacy into our curriculum. Finally, in conclusion, ensuring future radiographers and radiation therapists are AI augmented, meaning supported, not AI replaced. AI enhances precision, safety, and patient-centered care as long as human in the loop for verification and quality assurance. We empower students with literacy about AI, critical thinking, and most importantly, ethical awareness and legal responsibility. Here are the references I used from ASTRO and ASTRO, American College of Radiology, World Health Organization, IAEA, and AAPM. You can find these documents online, and they have all the guidelines and framework. Thank you all. Thank you for this opportunity to share my thoughts about AI. By no means I'm an AI expert. I am not. I'm learning like you all. We all are learning. We are in this together. And thank you. I appreciate your participation. Let us hope that we each day learn something about AI. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Betagari, for emphasizing how AI can strengthen safety protocols and quality assurance in radiation therapy and in rad therapy education. Your insights remind us that technology must always serve patient safety while enhancing student learning. I think I will be having questions later for you. Your presentations is really very interesting. So now as we move on to our next speaker, allow me to introduce him to give us the second presentation about transforming radiography education, the Hong Kong Polytechnic University journey. Please welcome Dr. Vincent Liu, Associate Professor of Practice at the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, an Adjunct Associate Professor at Curtin University, the Chairman of the Hong Kong Association of Radiation Therapy, and the Vice Chairman of the Hong Kong Radiographers Association. The floor is yours, Dr. Vincent Liu from Hong Kong.
Thank you, Peachy. Let me just take the time to figure out how to share my screen first. Am I coming through? Is the screen shared to all of you?
Yes.
Thank you. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me to share my education at Hong Kong Poly U in this very meaningful and impactful webinar. I've learned a lot from speakers, and I think what I would like to share with all of you today is about our journey at the Hong Kong Polytechnic University. and how we transform the radiography education into this era of artificial intelligence, and how we nurture the future-ready radiographers. So my name is Vincent. I'm now working here in this Hong Kong Polytechnic University. Just a moment, just technical issue. All right, so my presentation is rather simple. Just introduce the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, what is the foundation of our radiography training. And then in our second part, I would like to present to you what is the progress of our current action to transform our vision. And I would also like to share with you how we are figuring out our blueprint for the future for radiography's sustainable innovation. This is a bit slow. I'm sorry for that. All right, so this is our beautiful campus of the Hong Kong Polytechnic University. I'm not sure if you know, Hong Kong is the city with the most number of skyscrapers in the world. But I'm pretty sure that many parts of the world has recently learned the news in Hong Kong that several towers of residents got into serious fire incident, and many of our citizens lost their lives. So, which is a very tragic event in our city. I'm sorry for the delay, but my computer looks like loading something and not going to the next slide. Yeah, this is the next slide. So Hong Kong radiography's education traced back to 1965. This is a very precious picture that I got it from my teacher's teacher. So this picture was taken not in 1965, but in 1980s. By that time, the radiographer's training was in the hospital. And then after attaining the courses in 3 years, they will go to the UK to attain the diploma from the College of Radiographers there. This was the time when Hong Kong was still under the rule of the UK. I just want to let you know that all these kind of education just transform into a university one, into the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, and then we are following one single track from my teacher's teacher to my teacher, Dr. Vincent Wu, and now all the way to our program here. Now we are having quite a few achievements that I would like to share with all of you. We are in the Department of Health Technology and Informatics where we train our radiographer students. The HTI department is dedicated to innovative educational methods to enhance the learning experiences and teaching outcomes. There are two particular things that I would like to share with all of you. Is that one of these is last year in 2024, we've got a very prestigious award. We call the QS Reimagine Award. This is a global top honor in higher education. We won the silver award in the category of cultivating value and ethics, highlighting our innovative practices in fostering values and ethics in education. I will have another slide of introducing this education program to all of you. What is particularly highlighting here is that we got a funding of around US dollars 550K to advance this project for VR radiotherapy workshops integrating into our teaching curriculum to support the children cancer patients and caregivers in Hong Kong. What's on the right is many of our colleagues, including me myself, has attained the fellowship of the advanced higher education. This is an international certification in higher education recognizing individuals who pursue teaching excellence and signifies internationally recognized teaching standards and professional competence. With all the effort in education, research, and engagement, we are pretty proud to present this slide that Hong Kong Poly U wasn't doing very good when we trace back 10 years ago. But in the past 3 years, we have attained a ranking of 3 major university ranking systems, including the QS, the US News, and the THE World University ranking of within the top 100 universities in Hong Kong. So arguably, Hong Kong now hosts the most number of top 100 universities in the world. We've got 5 universities in Hong Kong that rank within the world's top 100 university, including the University of Hong Kong, Chinese University of Hong Kong, University of Science and Technology, the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, and the City University of Hong Kong, which is quite a proud achievement for all of us in Hong Kong as a small city. I'm sorry, it also takes time for loading the next slide. So in addition, we are also very proud to tell all of you that radiography program in Hong Kong is very, very popular. Among all undergraduate program at PolyU, radiography program ranked first in consecutive 2 years, 2024 and 2025. But before 2024, we consistently rank top 3 in our university. So we are constantly attracting top tier students from Hong Kong and all over the world. We also have very exceptional faculty because the Hong Kong government has got very good scheme in attracting outside professionals and professors to come to Hong Kong. We call it the Global STEM Scholars Scheme. So in our department, we've got 2 global STEM professors and who contribute to both research and teaching to our students. I hope the slide will go next. Yes, here comes our next slide. So here in our department, we not only nurture the radiography program, but we also have medical laboratory science. We also have a few of the Torch postgraduate program, the master's program, including the medical physics and medical data science. For radiography, we also have dedicated master's program called the medical imaging and radiation sciences. So actually we welcome people from all over the world to apply for our program here, including the undergraduate program and the postgraduate. So I hope now you understand the foundation that we build on in radiography education, all the way from the hospital-based training into PolyU, and then now PolyU has evolved into a world-class research university. And what we have been doing in radiography education in addition to that, the next I'm going to talk about how we transform vision into action. In the following few slides, I'm going to talk about those our colleagues and me myself has been working in terms of the education framework. So our education innovation, building the future of clinical education through integrated technological layers from students and educators, pedagogy, and also real-world reflection. So we would like to have AI personalized learning and educator support. We would like to use pedagogy like the immersive environment. This is one of the initiatives that we are using now. We call it the AI-powered learning activities management system. It is not like any other learning management system in which we usually just upload our PowerPoint slides and then keep record of our timetable. It has adaptive learning pathway with real-time performance analytics and confidence indicators. This allows our students to have dynamic content adjustment based on their progress. And then we also have AI-generated personalized learning materials for our students. For educators, the best of this part is that we can have automated assessment and grading. We are not totally depending on the AI, but this will absolutely help us to have a more efficient feedback for students. Also streamline the communication too, so that our students can get the remarks, feedback more timely manner. And then with the AI help, we can quickly identify those students who need more help, and then we can reach out to them. And then this is how we use the AI so that we are not replacing our work, but we improve the efficiency and put specific emphasis on those who are more in need. For pedagogy, we embrace in immersive technology, including metaverse imaging anatomy that shows here. We have created a metaverse gallery so that students can control the avatar to view the gallery inside the metaverse with different kind of imaging anatomy. Within the gallery, there are also gamified learning module that students may need to using different tools to identify different parts of the anatomy and even put them together orderly so that they can use a game to learn anatomy in a fun way. This is the Hive, the award-winning learning module. We call it the Hero Care, Holistic Empowerment in Radiation Oncology. So we are combining the concept of education, social services, and clinical services into all-in-one teaching module. We identify a clinical service gap in Hong Kong, in which many of the children cancer patients who will take on the radiotherapy treatment may not have enough time for them to prepare for the treatment. Many of them eventually, as a result, may need to have anesthesia, MAE, and other sedation things that they need to take on so as to facilitate the radiotherapy. We recognize this gap, and then we also recognize that we have the technology in our campus. We call it the virtual environment. We just invite the children and the carers to come into the campus, and then our students communicate to them, let them prepare for the radiotherapy treatment journey. Inside this practical workshop, we has been successfully accommodated more than 50 families, and then more than 88% of them eventually didn't need any kind of sedation or anesthesia in the radiotherapy journey. And our students love it because before they get on the real journey in a clinical practice, they have the preliminary engagement with the patients and the carers, which is a very important part for them to nurture their values and the empathetic sense before they get on the clinical journey. So these are the things that we have been in action in visualizing our dreams in education. Next few slides, I'm going to present to you the blueprint of what we are going to do in the department. So this is a systematic framework for sustained innovation. So our innovation strategy based on 4 pillars. The first one is curriculum and pedagogy. And with the refined curriculum and pedagogy, we need technology and infrastructure as a backbone. And 3, we are also developing our educators to be ready for all this transformation. And we are not surviving our own as a university. We need partnership from the industry and the hospital for our radiographers in training. So let's talk about them one by one. For the curriculum and pedagogy, we are planning for a curriculum reform for our radiography training. With a 4-year program, we are going to use more AI, use more data science, and more specifically, we are tackling 3 major issues. The first one is transdisciplinary foundation. We believe in the era of AI, radiographers shouldn't just focus on our own professional issue. We should be able to work multidisciplinarily and communicate with them. So we are having a broad transdisciplinary foundation in the first 2 years. And then in the 3rd year, we ask our students to specialize in either radiation therapy and medical imaging. In the last year, what we are focusing is about global awareness and research competence. By leveraging on the curriculum reform, we wish our students will be more future ready in the era of the AI. Forging future-ready clinical education, we believe we need our students to have skillful hands, caring hearts. We need to have the AI collaborative tools and the analytical AI brain. And I'm going to share with you 2 of the projects that we have successfully got some internal grant for developing, including the Smart Lab and the Gen AI-enabled network for interdisciplinary training. So this is the Smart Lab proposal. This hasn't been done yet, so this will be in action in the future 2 years. I'm really happy to tell you all that we've got 2 million Hong Kong dollars for developing these 2. This is scalable, multidisciplinary AI-enabled real-time training laboratory. We will have the lab science laboratory, medical imaging laboratory, and the crisis management laboratory all become AI-enabled. What is the major issue that we are tackling? It is about students-mediated learning and AI-powered instant feedback for their performances. We are not only relying on mentors on site and then give feedback. Every time students want to practice, they can get into the lab and then they practice themselves and then they get the AI feedback. Mentors, of course, have got some other things to do, spotting those students who really in need, having individual interviews with all of them. But we think that AI will help us a lot in facilitating more future-ready radiographers by all doing so in the AI-enabled practical lab. So we are fascinated about it. We are going to do this in the next 2 years' time because we just got the grant. And the next slide, which is coming, is about we're tackling the issue of interdisciplinary training. So in many of the university curriculum, many of us focus on our own profession, including me myself. I teach radiation therapy and radiography. So how are we going to enable our students to learn new things, to learn things from the other discipline, including nursing, medical doctor, including physiotherapy, any other things. So we make use of the Gen AI enabled network for the training. So what's in the network? First of all, there is a structured team-based workflows. We group our students in teams from different disciplines. There will be some AI-generated case scenario with tutoring from them, provide personalized prompts relevant to the profession. And then this different team will be having the forums in clarification and debate on the case they are allocated. And leveraging on the previous slides that we have presented to you about the learning activities management system, this Genius, the Gen AI enabled network, will also help us to be able to have AI generated feedback. So our core objective is to address the healthcare's critical teamwork gap. And then we would like to train and enhance our radiography students' interprofessional and collaboration skills. We hope all of these initiatives will be able to help our students to learn new things in a AI-enabled way and be able to master the knowledge beyond our profession. The second part of this framework is about technology and infrastructure. This is a up and coming research server that we will be hosting ourselves in our department. It is a research server platform for students mediated research. We have 3 layers in this server: the foundation layer with the data universe with all kinds of data, because in our department we've got the radiography, we got radiation therapy, we got the MATLAB science, so we can have data from CT, MRI, imaging, genetics, MATLAB reports, and everything. And then we develop a no-code AI development user interface so that whenever they have the idea, they don't need to have the coding knowledge. When they have the idea using these data to build a model, they can build it themselves. And then we have the output and support layers for the self-learning and result for how to refine the model, how are we going to apply the model. These will be also benefits using smart chatbots, analytic graphics, some scientific visualizations. So this is the technological backbone that we are building within our department. We are also planning to reform our teaching lab. As you can see, this is the MATLAB medical laboratory. This is the X-ray lab, and this is the radiation therapy lab. We would like to make it more AI enabled with AI assessment, digital connectivity, and makerspace hub. One of the major issue that we are tackling in the transformation is about interdisciplinary learning. We would like to line up all our students within the department, including the medical laboratory scientists and the imaging radiographers, into multidisciplinary oncology management education, leveraging on our advanced computational infrastructure, including the machine learning platform and our existing treatment planning system. Now, currently in our lab, we have 18 Eclipse treatment planning system and 15 RayStation treatment planning system with all the AI enabled models enabled. We also have some self-developed digital twin system for simulating patients' outcome and response after the treatment. So we would like to reform our education using the lab and to form the multidisciplinary oncology management education with the data integration, tumor board simulation, plan simulation, and AI debriefing all in one. So this is coming to the end of my presentation. I just want to point out that with all these kind of new initiative, teachers will need to be addressed on their management of the workload. So we are also developing AI faculty teaching load smart management to have data-driven scheduling, workload analytics, and to free up our faculty time for curriculum development, research, and student mentorship. Last but not least, we need to bridge the academia and industry. We have in routine industry engagement. This picture shows the annual conference hosted by our department, engaging different medical technology companies to come on campus, and also faculties and professors from around the world to discuss things on medical imaging and radiation therapy and all kinds of medical technology things. We can have cutting edge technological access with all these industry liaison. So what we would like to do is the way forward. Our strategic initiatives include pioneering intelligent ecosystems, empower educators, cultivate human-centered skills, and we define the curriculum so that our radiographers are trained from the Hong Kong Polytechnic University will be future ready. And in this AI era, we make use of the AI for better education of our radiographers training. That's all I would like to share today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Vicent Lin, for wonderful and very informative talk, for sharing the inspiring journey of Hong Kong Political University. And your slide and your presentation, definitely your excellent work in research and R&D, top levels research and research. And you also show the blueprint and the smart lab also. So your work show how innovation and the collaboration can transfer in the radiography educations and preparing the student to thrive in rapidly evolving the healthcare environment. So it was wonderful presentation. Thank you so much, sir. Now we take a short break to prepare our question answer session. Right, Pichi?
Yeah.
Yes. So during this time, we want to highlight the one of the most meaningful initiative of the World Radiography Education Trust Foundation, the WRETF bursary program. This bursary is a design specifically to support students and professionals in radiography and radiation therapy who demonstrate dedication to their student studies and commitment of advanced patient care. It provides financial support to help recipient assess education resource, attend the training, and pursue the opportunity that might out of the reach with the benefit from these sources. In this way, this bursary reflects our foundation trust, our main mission to ensure the excellence in radiography education is accessible to all, regardless of geography and resources.
Yes, Prakash. So the bursary is not just a financial support, it is also a recognition of potential. And each recipient represents the future of our profession, and their journey inspires others to continue learning and striving for excellence. So this year, we are proud to feature a bursary recipient from Nepal. And to make this introduction, I'm delighted to welcome our WRETF ambassador from Nepal, Mr. Suraj Shah. Suraj?
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you, WRTF, for introducing me the next presenter for this World Radiography Students Day 2025. Now, I'd like to introduce Mr. Yaswant Kumar Yadav, who is currently working as radiographer in Civil Service Hospital, and uh, he has also done the postgraduate in medical imaging technology, and currently he is also leading the Center for Medical Imaging Research as well as as a secretary in the. uh, So I would like to hand over this platform to Mr. Yaswant Kumar Yadav to deliver his presentation regarding the bursary bursary recipient for the 2025. Yaswant, the floor is yours. Kindly continue the presentation.
Hello, everyone. It's very warm. Good evening to everyone. Um, wait. Is my screen is visible?
Yes.
Okay. And first of all, I would like to thank World Radiography Education Trust Foundation for providing me the opportunity for having share my experience with the help of this webinar. And starting with my introduction, my name is Iswant Kumar Yadav, and I'm currently serving as a radiographic technologist at Civil Service Hospital. I'm holding a master's degree in medical imaging technology and also engaging in medical imaging research here in Nepal, Center for Medical Imaging Research. And recently I started serving as secretary of ISMRT Nepalese National Chapter. So next to my work and the contribution in Nepal. So since I graduated, I continue my clinical practice and I work as a dedicated radiographer and providing high quality diagnostic services to the community here in the government hospital. Along with that, I'm also actively involved in education and training the next generation of radiographer. Along with that, I'm also actively engaged in medical imaging research and exploration with holding a goal of bridging the gap between the theoretical knowledge and the modern clinical applications in medical imaging. Moving to the connection with the World Radiography Education Trust Foundation. I found this organization as a path of empowerment, and my journey with World Radiography Education Trust Foundation began under the guidance of Mr. Suraj Shah, who is also serving as the Nepalese ambassador of World Radiography Education Trust Foundation. And his mentorship was truly instrumental in navigating the bursary application for me. And the empowerment from the World Radiography Education Trust Foundation and the mission that is holding for as it is it dedicated to empowering the radiography professional in developing nations by providing the resource and bursaries to attend the international conference, fostering the global knowledge and exchange. So with the help of this bursary award from the World Radiography Education Trust Foundation, I was able to attend the international conference, AACRT, that was held in Thailand, and in the date of June 5 to 7, 2025, with the theme, it has the theme of innovation in medical imaging and radiation therapy, bridging the technology and the patient care. And this conference and the event was truly served as a global platform, according to my experience, and it was able to uniting the experts from across the Asia and Australia to share cutting-edge research and clinical advancement. In this event, I was able to present two of my papers, one as a co-investigator and another as a principal investigator. And the oral presentation that I did in this conference was on the topic of overview of medical imaging technology, education in Nepal, where I shared our focus, this study of this focus, finding and impact. And I was able to share the finding like we were able to represent the critical gap in the curriculum development, necessitating a strategic overall to meet curriculum, current and future MRI and CT education standards. And we are also able to share the impact of this study, like spark a discussion on standardizing education across the region to improve the patient safety and the diagnostic accuracy. And my second paper was on the it was a poster presentation, and on the topic of correlation of vertebral marrow fat fraction in MRI with bone mineral density of DEXA scan, where I represented the methodology of this study, discovery of this study, and the significance. And in this study, I was able to represent the significance of this study, which suggests MRI could serve as a complementary tool for early osteoporosis screening, identifying non-invasive biomarker for bone health. And this award helps me it was very impactful, and it helps me for professional growth. And this brochure helps me to establish networking. And with this attending the international conference, I was able to connect with leading experts and the peers from diverse background, opening door for future collaborative research. And I was also able to experience and gain the first-hand exposure to the latest AI-driven imaging technologies and 3D visualizing tools in that conference. And as the conference was held in the Thailand, the experience in the Thailand fostered a deeper appreciation for cross-cultural communication in healthcare setting. And I would like to say my sincere thank you to the World Radiography Education Trust Foundation. And I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the World Radiography Trust Foundation Board Trustee for selecting me for this prestigious bursary. And this financial support made this incredible journey very much possible. And I would like to again thanks to Mr. Surasa for his invaluable mentorship and guidance throughout the application process. This opportunity has not only advanced my career, but has also inspired me to contribute even more passionately to the radiography community in Nepal. I would like to encourage all the radiography students and the radiography professionals across the globe to seize this opportunity. This World Radiography Education Trust Foundation bursary is more than just a financial aid. It acts as a catalyst for professional transformation. I strongly encourage all the eligible colleagues to apply for this. Reach out to ambassador, prepare your research, and take this step to broaden your horizon. Your journey to the global stage begin with a single application. And finally, the takeaway is continue learning. Radiography is evolving, as we know that, very rapidly, and staying up to date with the global trade is not optional, it is kind of essential. And the power of support, like the organization, World Radiography Education Trust Foundation, are vital lifeline that bridge the gap between potential and the opportunity for professionals in developing nations. And with the it helps to bring the global standards in each developing nations. Like it helps me, it can also help to the another. So international best practice back to Nepal. It helps to bring the international best practice back to the Nepal, and it is a key to elevate our national healthcare standard. And in the last, I would like to share a few glimpses of my international conference attendance. I would like to play a very short video clip, and I would like to conclude my slide with this video clip.
Just you keep your
And in the last, I would also like to thank Madam Pichaluna ma'am for assisting me throughout the application process and guiding me. Thank you so much.
Congratulations once again to Yashwant Kumar Yadav. And of course, thank you to Suraj Saj. Mr. Kumar, your journey and dedication truly embody the spirit of the WRETF bursary program, supporting students and professionals who are committed to advancing radiography and patient care. This recognition reminds us that education is not just about knowledge, but about opportunity and impact. Right, Prakash?
Yes, exactly, Pichi. The bursary program is highlighted our foundation, our trust, mission to empower learner and the practitioner worldwide. Definitely ensure this talent and passion to never limited to by our geography or our resources. And I think definitely Yashwant's story is really powerful example for us how support can inspire excellence and encourage future leaders in our profession.
Yeah, so now we move Prakash into our interactive segment, the Q&A session. This is your chance, everybody, our audience, to engage directly with our speakers, to ask questions and reflect on the presentations we've heard today. We encourage both the students who are here and professionals, the professors who are here, to share your thoughts, and you may raise your curiosities and explore how AI-driven education can shape journeys and practices.
Yes, our mentor, Mr. Stephen, he is a senior lead ambassador, our family, and he will guide our question answer discussion session. Together, I will explore the questions that matter most our community from safety and ethical for to innovation, collaboration, and future of radiography and radiation therapy. Now let's open our floor, being our question answer session. Sir Stephen.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Prakash, for a wonderful hosting together with me, the Madam Pichi. I'm
Thank you,
Steven
sir.
Samson Mukoloma, lead ambassador based in Tanzania, and we are going straight to the Q&A session. So please, all the presenters, be on. We didn't have any questions from the question and answer box, but we received one question from the chat, and I will, in that sense, I will probe some few questions for our speakers, at least to elaborate more about what is matter most. So the first question will be open to all. What role does ethics play in AI-driven healthcare education? What does ethics play? What role does ethics play in AI-driven healthcare education? Let me start with Subramania.
Okay. Now, it depends on which country you're practicing. Every country has their own ethical and legal framework in terms of the healthcare. And you need to see how your laws are written to guide healthcare practices, and also legally hold healthcare professionals and hospitals and clinics responsible for any breach of ethics or legal aspects in terms of misadministration, malpractice, and all of that. And now the problem is AI is just coming into picture. Not all the laws in every country is written to counteract AI practices. So policymakers and lawmakers in each jurisdiction has to look into this and see how they can amend their laws and their ethical guidelines. Now, ethics is aspiration. Law, we all have to follow. So, educational institutions, radiography and radiation therapy and imaging programs, hospitals and clinics, they can come up with their ethical guideline, which is easy to do. Of course, there are a lot of work to do, but it's easy to do. However, to change the laws, it's not that easy. We have to lobby through, depending on our governance system in each jurisdiction, our political system. We need to go through these channels as healthcare professionals and radiography and radiation therapy imaging professionals. We need to advocate for changes in law so that any breaches in these are causing any problem to patients due to these AI use without proper checks and balances in place. We should not use any technology without checks and balances, right? As we all know, in radiation therapy, quality assurance is the heart of everything we do. Quality assurance, quality control checks, and all of that. If we are going to use AI, we have to make sure our professional organization come up with the guidelines how we do that safely and ethically. So it's a lot of work, but as long as we keep it going, we healthcare professionals advocating for it and use all the proper channels to update our laws and ethical framework, it is going to work. It is going to take a lot of work. It's everyone's business, not just somebody in the administration or somebody in education or somebody in policy making. All of us have a role to play. If I'm using a tool in the clinic or at the school, and I realize that there are a lot of problem it is causing, then we need to bring that to the forefront and make sure we come up with the guideline and put checks and balances in place. I hope I explained a little bit about how it is everyone's responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof, for wonderful commendation on ethical path. I get it, I've covered all, and that can cut across from student practice to assessment and all these. So thank you very much. Dr. Liu, for you, I just want to know, as you spoke on journey from zero to hero in terms of integrating AI in education. And majority of people in this room are from low resource countries. So I just want to know, what advice could we have to students and lecturers in this room from low resource settings on how they can integrate the AI in radiography and radiation therapy education, especially in developing countries? You're welcome, Dr. Lin.
Thank you. Thank you for the question. Yeah, this is a very critical issue that we face in incorporating new technology into education may imply a few costs. So what I advise is, actually nowadays, there are a lot of free to use AI tools in the internet. So implementing the AI tools doesn't mean we need to subscribe to it. We may make use of some AI tools free of charge. Another thing is, in addition to making use of those free of charge AI tool, another thing I would like to point out is, in Hong Kong, we started many things without thinking about incorporating a lot of expensive accessories in the first hand. Taking the Hero Care education module as an example, although we got the funding now, but we started without any funding. We just make use of the existing infrastructure we have. What is the infrastructure that I'm talking about? It is a computer and a projector. And with the dedicated students who contribute the time to spend with the children and the carers in our classroom. And then eventually, all those students talk to the patients in the campus, and then with a lot of good feedback. And then we eventually were able to attract some attention and were able to get the funding. So what my advice is making use of whatever we have in hands and then integrate with innovative ideas. The innovative ideas always come from identifying clinical or service gaps. Ask questions, ask how we can improve something, do something tangible, and eventually you can attract attention and then get the funding maybe. So that's how we did it in Hong Kong. So in Hong Kong, although we may be a little bit better off, we still need to strike for funding opportunities. We need to prove that this is worthy to be funded, and then they will give some kind of funding for supporting new initiative. So all in all, I think innovation and AI can start small. What is the most precious thing? Precious thing is the innovation. The innovations comes from identifying the clinical gaps and education gaps. Yeah, thank you.
Wow,
I hope I can address your question.
Wonderful, elaborated, Doctor. You just reminded me one of the African proverbs that says, if you don't know the value of small things, try to be in your mosquito net with only one mosquito. So emphasizing the value of starting small, thinking big. Thank you very much. Another question would go to any who can just open mic and respond. Even Madam Peach, you're welcome as well if you have anything to say on this. We have seen development from analog to digital with positive and negative sense. One of it is declination of the value of mental image, the critical thinking aspect of radiography. So in this era of emerging AI in education, how do we balance the help of the technology and the critical thinking of our students? How do we balance? You're welcome.
Yeah, if I can start. It's not.
You're welcome, Madam.
Yeah, I find your question really very interesting, not easy to answer. But first, I would say, with what I've heard from Dr. Liu, knowing that their university has so many plans regards developing and integrating AI into their radiography and radiotherapy education, I have thought about how you ensure that students would still have this ability to question AI outputs and not just always accept, what AI says. So I find it really very mind-boggling now how instructors, faculty, and professors make sure that there will always be balance, that students would always know that, if it's AI and seems to be always perfect, professors who are there in Hong Kong probably so different from professors who are, not really into experiencing much about AI and AI-driven education. So I find it, I make sure that as an instructor, I make sure that I become more aware. I listen and become, I make sure that I would be able to be in venues where I can learn from others. being in a place where I do not have direct experience with use of AI and AI-driven education. And based from learning from other people who are already there, I'll make sure that students become sensitive about, what is still something that they must know in order to have the balance that AI, as we have heard from one speaker, there may be bias. So we make sure that we know what is really real, and we have the ability to still question and think what is real and which is not. So yeah, Sir Stephen.
Thank you very much, Madam. Leveraging the practice, growing technologically, but not changing the practice, the principles. The technology comes to enhance our practice, not to destroy. Thank you for the comment. Is there anyone who wants to add on that?
Can
Dr. Visan, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. I totally agree with what Pichi has just said about critical thinking and AI and how we ensuring our students has thoroughly think about what AI has provided for the answers. Critically think about what the AI has provided to us. I just want to share with you two things that I recently implemented to my students' assignment. So in PolyU, we encourage our students to use AI. So all of our students can use AI for their assignments. They can use it. We even provide with them an official website for accessing different types of Gen AI platforms. So what I do for my recent assignment task for my students are two things. The first thing is I provide with them a worksheet of how we create prompts for the AI to generate the content. Because I think many of us has the experience of using the Gen AI nowadays. With my experience, I think if you use very generic question, the AI can generate a few paragraphs, seemingly logical things, but absolutely not talking about the thing that we are looking for at all. However, if we are thinking ahead and then specifically point out what we would like the AI to do, actually it provides with us a very efficient way of gathering ideas and even to integrate the ideas. And I think this is what I want my students to get the technique of using the AI. This is the first thing, to provide a worksheet of creating prompts for the AI for this specific assignment. So the second thing is I would like to make sure that they have think about the AI answers. So I asked them to write a critique paragraph, just a paragraph, 100 to 200 words, write a critique of what the first draft of the AI has provided to you, and critically point out what might be wrong, what might be correct, what you think is something that you would like to select and include in your assignment. So these are the two things. The first thing is about training them how to write the prompts. The second thing is write me the critique of the first draft of the AI. That's two things I ask my students to do. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I want to stay with you for the last question, Dr. Lim. Hong Kong have advanced so much in terms of technology, including AI, and I appreciate the presence of top lecturers in this room, like Dr. Flavius Kubli from Nigeria, who is very much interested in technology, especially in the space of AI. They might want to know if you encountered any setbacks and challenges, and how did you overcome when you were developing a curriculum integrating AI in it? Maybe they'll have a lesson to start with. You're welcome, Dr.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So,
Sorry,
Sir
is that
Subramanian, sir?
question directed?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, you can.
Yeah, thank you. Listening to Dr. Lung, how they are working at Hong Kong Poly U, I can say that we are very behind here in the United States. A lot of our healthcare faculty still in denial mode because of generative AI and so on and so forth. But we know that in radiation therapy and radiation oncology, even before the buzz about AI created by Gen AI and agentic AI, radiation oncology and radiography in radiology, they are quietly, integrating AI or automated tools from long back, right? We had automated tools. Automated tools are something, you test it first and then integrate that technology into your equipment or devices and so on and so forth. The difference with now AI learns from the data we provide. It learn as it goes on, right? Okay, we have a auto contouring software, which is AI driven. Then the data we use and data it collects every day, that's what machine learning is. It learns from that. The deep learning is the subset of machine learning. Machine learning is subset of AI. Now, what happens with this? It is not tested because it learns as it goes on, but we have to make sure every time it learns something that is tested, and the protocols in every jurisdiction for radiation oncology is it matches with our protocol, whether it is treatment protocols from ASTRO, or any professional body, plus all the quality assurance protocols from AAPM or IAEA or ASTRO, whichever jurisdiction it is. We need to make sure our protocols are integrated into the system. AI also need to learn from these protocols. So AI need to know how to adjust to the protocols what it learned from the data we provide. So that is where we have big scope for automation bias. So I will give you one example. Most of you or some of you probably read a study done by one of the radiation therapists in the United Kingdom, Naman Julka Anderson. He did a study about bias in skin reaction with radiation therapy patients. This is human, this is not AI yet. Even humans have implicit bias, right? For example, fair-skinned people take long time. You can see the skin reaction quickly, right? There is a distinct difference between the skin reaction and the skin, whereas some of us dark-skinned people, we take longer for someone to see our skin reaction because there is no distinction between our skin and the reaction. Now, those patients tend to be ignored by the clinician that they didn't have skin reaction, right? That's an implicit bias because of how our anatomy and our skin complexion look. Now, can you imagine you're feeding the data from one jurisdiction, somebody giving data to AI in Africa, and most patients have a different skin complexion. Somebody feeding data in the United States, most patients have different skin complexion, or in Asia. So our AI models learn from that. They only know to identify difference the data we provided. When it sees other data, it doesn't know how to interpret that. So we have to be very careful with that, and we need to make sure we provide diverse data to AI model. In that way, AI can learn that and can manage to interpret all of that. Now, coming back to how we do that in the curriculum and all of that. So our college still doesn't have college-wide policy how to use AI. They leave it up to the discretion of instructors and faculty and professors, right? Now, everyone have their own AI policy, right? So that makes it difficult to standardize things. Right now, at the Faculty Council, we have one of the goals we have, come up with a standardized AI policy to our syllabi, so that each instructors can tweak that standard policy and make it their own, right? So one thing I say to my students, I'm not against you using Gen AI or any AI tool, but I have provided reference tools already, which book to use and which studies to use. Did you check the answer your generative AI created? Does that matches with what your textbook chapter says? Does that matches with what is the protocol says? Does that matches with the rubric I have for the assignment? If not, I'm going to deduct points for that, right? So yeah, somebody copied and pasted an answer created by ChatGPT or whatever, and it had very nonsensical answer, which is totally hallucinated. Those of you know radiation therapy, I will tell you what happened very quickly. There was a question about explaining each and every component of linear accelerator and each component function. And they didn't even have to go to ChatGPT because my PowerPoint has the step-by-step answer. But somebody decided to use ChatGPT, and ChatGPT mixed up two technology together. Why? Probably student cut and pasted one question about Cobalt 60 machine, and the next cut and pasted question about linear accelerator. It combined both, it hallucinated and made up an answer which combined both Cobalt 60 and linear accelerator and came up with a new machine. So that goes to show that student did not check the work. If the student had read before uploading it to Canvas, and they would know that answer is totally nonsensical, right? So yeah, we have to pay attention what they're doing, right? I always say in radiation oncology, it is always peer review. We double check, cross check, counter check before pressing that beam on button, right? Everybody do quality assurance and quality control check. The same thing we do with our schoolwork as well. You double check before you uploading it. If you didn't do that, you did not ask those critical thinking questions such as why, when, and how. And you would do the same thing in clinic when AI integrated technology gives you table shapes. You just use the table shape, not verifying with the setup instruction or the treatment plan, which is dangerous. I hope I didn't ramble around. I gave my 2 cents on that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Thank you very much. That is profound, and our minds are set. They open also need for research check and reading as well. It is also beneficial not only for students, but even professionals and lecturers in here. For the sensitive time, I think we should come to an end of our Q&A. Anything to ask or comment, please visit our website at www.wrhf.org at admin at wrhf.org. Send us an email, write us your question or comment, then we'll be able to connect. Even those universities that need some collaboration, WRHF can act as a bridge to with whatever university you want to reach. So please write us an email and we will meet.
Yes, yes. And before the end of our questions answer, being as a radiation therapist, radiographer and radiation therapy always work with the patients. And I think both the speaker, the talk about the AI, definitely AI cannot replace our human because our patient need to the human touch. And I think it's always remaining the flag mark. We cannot replace the technology with human touch, right? So that's powerful reminder is the today's session. AI tools, human judgment is again remains essential, right, Pichi? You're muted.
Yes, yes, of course, Prakash. I definitely agree with you. So as we conclude the World Radiography Students Day 2025, we extend our heartfelt thanks to our speakers, Dr. Vincent Liu from Hong Kong. Our hearts go with our brothers and sisters in Hong Kong, Dr. Vincent. To our another speaker, Sir, our WRTF trustee, Sir Subramania Betagari from USA. To all our dear participants who stayed with us, you know, all of your contributions have made this event a truly global celebration of radiography education. I can't wait to have another talk about AI and AI education, AI-driven education. So WRSD is more than just an annual event. It is a movement. Each year, we come together to celebrate innovation, education, and the students who represent the future of our profession. So today's discussions have shown us how artificial intelligence can empower radiographers and radiation therapists, but also reminded us that compassion and human-centered care remain at the heart of healthcare. Right, Prakash?
Yes. So looking ahead, we are excited to invite you as next year the same program for Students Day in 26 next year. Program will continue to highlight cutting edge our development in radiotherapy and the radiography like education while expanding the opportunity and for the student engagement for the collaboration.
Yes, and WRTF will also continue to grow its initiatives alongside bursaries and educational resources. We are proud to announce the launch of the WRETF Ambassadorship Program, and this program will allow students and professionals to represent WRETF globally, fostering connections and sharing knowledge across borders. Applications for ambassadorship will open soon, and we encourage you to apply.
Beyond World Radiography Foundation and World Student Day, Radiography Student Day is committed to the future activity, including online workshop, mentorship program, and collaborative research and opportunity. This initiative will be ensure that students everywhere will access to the tools and support they need to thrive.
So on behalf of WRTF, thank you for celebrating with us today. Together, we are building a future where radiographers and radiation therapists are empowered by technology, guided by education, and inspired by compassion. The journey continues, and we look forward to walking it with you. See you again at next WRSD come 2026. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Vincent Liu. I think it's already good morning there in Hong Kong, same in Philippines. Good morning, Sir Subramania. Thank you to all our
Thank you.
participants here.
Thank you all. Thank you
Thank
all.
you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for having us.
God bless you
Thank
all.
you so much,
Please follow us
everyone.
on our Facebook. Our handle is WITF on social medias. You're all welcome.
Yes, please take note of those QR codes and receive your certificate soon. Thank you, Dr. Vincent. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Subramania. Thank you, Prakash,
Bye.
Sir Kumar, and Sir Stephen.
Bye. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Dr. Leung. Thank you for your contribution.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you for having me.
So,
It was well organized. Appreciate it.
Recording stopped.